few weeks ago, I asked you to send me your photos or videos of your pain caves, your indoor bike training space. And my hope was that I'd find some cool ideas, some bits and pieces I could steal from my own setup perhaps. I'm going to go through them all today. And my original plan was to somehow rank them or score them. But as I've looked through, it's become obvious that's daft. There are way too many different approaches, too many variables. And to be honest, who am I to say that one aspect of someone's setup is better than another aspect? The bottom line is they all absolutely get the job done, which is obviously the most important point. So instead, I'm just going to hand out some points randomly and for no obvious reason. Let's dive straight in with number one. Okay, this is Thomas's setup in the attic. And he also points out in his notes that the attic is not only where his pain cave is, it's also where their bedroom is. I'm not sure if Thomas has access to other rooms in his house. Perhaps he's been kept in the attic. That aside, immediate jealousy points because he's got himself a treadmill. I would have absolutely loved a treadmill here, especially back in the winter when it was cold and horrible. I like that a lot. He's got a basic spin bike there, but he says he's running Garmin Power Meter pedals, which I have on my outdoor bike. Knowing how temperamental those Garmin pedals are in the wet, an attic might be the best place for them. He's got himself a couple of nice sized fans, good sized TV, and his TV at the right height as well, eye level, great natural lighting. As he says, the only thing he's missing is a smart trainer. That's his next step. That is a pretty neat and tidy setup to start us off. He's also got himself a hole punch, so we know his admin is on point. I like that a lot. Thomas, if you are being held in the attic, change your Zwift username to hostage123 and we can alert the authorities. Okay, next. This is Michael's setup. Michael immediately loses points because of the blatant attempt to ensure his inclusion by pandering to my own ego with a picture of my face. Although he does recoup some of those points because it appears that he is training to some rather classic movies. We'll let him off on that one. He's got a kicker bike, same as me, got a couple of screens on the go. He actually lists his multimedia options. He's got the lot, Blu-ray, Sky TV, Fire Stick, lots of light. Although talking of classic movies, it does appear that his view is straight out of Shawshank.
I don't give a shit.
He's also got himself an aircon unit for heating and cooling, which is really nice. Although despite the £3,000 bike that he sits on, it does appear that his AC is standing on some scrap wood. He also mentions that he is 100 kilograms. So, same as me, bonus point for being above average weight. That's a good one. Right, Larissa's. When I first saw Larissa's picture, I thought immediate bonus point because the girl has got herself some weights, but then I zoomed in, there is a tag on that one still. So, aside from Larissa pretending to use kettlebells, there's some nice stuff here actually. She's got herself the official Wahoo Headwind fan unit. That is £200 of smart cooling right there. It increases or decreases the amount of air being blown at you dependent upon your heart rate or the speed you are going at. I like that a lot. In fact, I want one. Is it worth £200? I don't know, but I really want one. The rest is good, nice sized TV, some more cooling, proper bike. I've got the kicker bike, obviously, which is nice, but occasionally for realism, I quite like the idea of using a real bike on Zwift. It'd be quite cool. She says that all she is missing is some floor covering, absolutely, sweating all over your nice wood floor, that's disgusting, and a table for a wireless keyboard. I did wonder actually how she reached her laptop from sat on the bike, really long arms otherwise. Actually, a wireless keyboard is a smart idea, I like that. I am forever worrying that I'm going to knock my MacBook off of my little desk unit that I use or spill water all over it. A wireless keyboard, very smart, good stuff. Kevin has himself a projector. It appears to be squeezed into the very back of his garage. I'm not sure that that is the best way to showcase the benefits of a projector, but either way, it's a projector, so nice stuff, Kevin. He's also not screwing around with his airflow, is he? That looks to me like a Dyson AM07 tower fan. You can stick Kev in the back of the garage, but you can't stop him using £300 of gadgetry to move his air. He's got his water bottles, easy access on the side there. In fact, I like that. When you have limited space, as clearly he does, as many people do, if you have a wall right beside you, load that wall up with gear. I love it. He's got his water bottles there, he's got his headphones, he's got his iPad screen up there as well. Perfect use of space. That's really good. In fact, I like it a lot. The only issue with it is behind the projector, motivational wall art. Motivational wall art is it's the tattoos of pain caves. Some people love them and have them everywhere. Some people don't care one way or the other, and some people really don't understand. I really don't understand. I see them, I read them, I don't get it. I just want to ask why. What does it mean to you? As I'm doing it, I sound in my head like my dad talking to me about my own tattoos, so I stop immediately. And to be fair to Kevin, they're behind his projector. You can't see them. If it were a tattoo, it would be a tiny one that said mum on his inner thigh. He's not losing a job over that. And to be fair, compared to some that are coming up, they're not a problem at all. Andrew's cave, in case you can't tell from the giant flag on the wall and the bar in the background, is in the US of A. Indiana, which actually I assume explains the Indy number plate on the Spidey-mobile down there. If the kid is just a giant Indiana Jones fan, bonus movie point for him instead. I like it. It's a nice, simple setup. I love the pink extras on the Trek. Although that TV is up high. If it works for him, I guess. But for me, the minute I move my TV down, below eye level actually, which is where you look when you're riding down the road, it made my neck much more comfortable, just made riding the bike, especially for long periods, much better. That to me would give me a headache. It doesn't look like he's got a lot of cooling in there. Indiana, isn't that hot and humid in the summer, I'd have thought. Overall, not bad. Plenty of space, loads of room. Although, I thought all American garages came as standard with a Ford F-150 and a couple of jet skis. So a bit disappointed about that. Although, he's got a dead body, so swings and roundabouts. Right, Trevor's. What Trevor lacks in completed ceiling, he makes up for in orange. There is a lot to like here though. The TV is at the perfect height. He's got two monster fans. Trevor does not care about fancy airflow. He doesn't want it paired to his heart rate. He wants lots of it and he wants it from both directions. Those are some awesome looking fans. He's got the shelf right beside him for easy access to stuff. Perfect. He's got a whiteboard. Every pain cave needs a whiteboard. Don't ask me why. Write random numbers on it. It just looks really professional. We love that. This is a good one. And it's not cluttered. There's nothing else stored there. He doesn't have to move stuff out the way in December to get the Christmas tree lights out. Dedicated space. Really, really nice. Unfortunately, some kid appears to have drawn on his wall. But apart from that, that's a good space. Okay, Rob's. Rob is not a man afraid to send Wahoo his money. He has got himself the Kicker bike, same as me. He's got the Kicker Smart Fan we just spoke about. He's got the desk. I don't think that is the official Wahoo Kicker desk that goes for £200. But those desks, even the non-Wahoo ones, are expensive. I like it. In fact, I really like those desks. I can't spend £200 on a desk, can I? It's insane. Although his does have cup holders. I am tempted by a desk. And his rocker plate appears to be on metal. It's made of metal. In fact, it looks like something that BA would bolt onto the front of a tractor before driving the A-team to victory through a barn door. I love that thing. That looks industrial. Superb. He's got his scales to weigh himself in for Zwift. He's got his toolkit, nice and neat. He's even got a little weights area. He's not off to Mr. Olympia on the back of that setup, but all the same, at least he's taken the tags off. I like that a lot. To be honest, the only thing I would do is I'd move that power block, I'd extend the power lead as I've done on my Kicker bike, get that power block out the way from underneath the bike where you sweat all over it, and I'd have a bigger TV. A, it will cover up that wiring, those plug sockets, look a bit neater, and B, it's a bigger TV. Can't go wrong with a bigger TV. So Charles has the same desk and it does have cup holders. I am really tempted by that desk. One of you email me, tell me where you got that thing from. I want it. He's got a smaller screen, but he says in his notes that he's using Trainerroad and a big immersive screen. Not quite so important for Trainerroad as it is for stuff like Zwift. That is a nice, tidy little setup. The only issue with it, the king-size elephant in the room, Is the king-size bed in the room? He does say here that this is a city centre flat and space is obviously limited. I get that. He also says that he can collapse on the bed if he's tired. I don't get that. If he's single, maybe. If he's not, I don't know how that works. If I leave my Garmin watch lying around in the bedroom, I get in trouble. If I told Jenna I was turning the bedroom into a pain cave, for a start, I'd have to explain that really carefully. Either way, it would not go well. Okay, I opened Chris's first photo to be confronted by the lower back tattoos of pain cave motivational wall art, and I was ready to roast him alive for it. But then I opened his second photo. All is forgiven. I love this. Garage storage. I think Chris is in the UK. In the UK, garage storage typically means open your garage, throw things in your garage, close your garage. But not here. This looks like the corner of the Tesla factory or something. Chrome, black, greys everywhere. It's all matching. Absolutely love it. That is really smart looking. He's also got himself the Kicker bike. He's got the Kicker mat. He's got the table. That is the official Kicker table. A good sized TV. I like it. It makes me want to go and rip out all the stuff in my garage and install some nice units. He's also got, which is another rarity for a UK garage, a proper garage door. It makes me cringe when I see expensive setups in garages with standard issue tinfoil rip open up and over garage doors. That is a proper electric roller door. Good stuff, I like it. Our first his and hers from Ohio, I think, yeah, Ohio. I love the idea of two bikes. If I had lots of money and lots of space, I'd have a row of Kicker bikes and the whole family could ride at once, which would never happen. It would be a disgusting waste of money, but the idea sounds amazing. So 2 bikes for both of them. I'm not sure about the green glow, although it does appear that he is watching Cool Hand Luke, so we will let him off and give him a bonus movie point. Not sure also where the cooling is coming from, and that looks like a lot of carpet to be sweating all over. But yeah, 2 bikes. I like it. Okay, Anthony's Pain Cave. Ohio and the green glow, all is forgiven. I'm not sure what is going on here. These are how the pictures arrived. There's nothing I can do in my settings that will change that. It does appear that Anthony works out inside a marine aquarium. He is also a fan of the exposed woodwork. Do not fall over in his pain cave. You are getting hospitalised with splinters. But in terms of the bike stuff, I like it. Canyon, I like Canyon bikes. They just make some smart looking stuff. It's got a nice size TV. The fan is in a great spot. His toolkit OCD is in full swing. Awesome. Everything hanging up. The dustpan and brush is even hanging up on the wall, as I have mine, as every dustpan and brush should be. Hang it on the wall. Get stuff off the floor. Really, really smart. He's got a lot of stuff in here as well. He's got other bikes going on there. He's got a fireplace in the background in case he gets chilly. I like it a lot. Aside from feeling like an extra in Finding Nemo, that is a good setup. And I do like the bike. I nearly bought a Canyon instead of the Cervelo P3X. Nearly bought one. Like them a lot. Vino. Vino is in Sweden. You can tell he's in Sweden because he's got the standard issue IKEA lampshade that it is a legal requirement to own over there. He says he's been riding for 1 month. There is a lot going on here, clearly, but I like it. I like it all because it just shows that you don't need a dedicated pain cave to get the job done. You can just whack the bike in front of the TV, stick your water bottle on an ironing board and off you go, and then just stick it out the way when you're finished. It can be as simple as that. Proving the point. 1987 will want its speakers back, but aside from that, I like it. It's a good job. He's only been going a month. Why do anything else at this stage? In his notes, he also says that he is recording his data to his Garmin watch and to Zwift to get the extra Garmin metrics. Good idea. That's exactly what I do. In fact, he only loses a point because he's got a cat, and I just hate cats. Ed has another multi-bike setup. In his notes here, he says that this was his home office, but he started working construction, didn't need the home office anymore. And in fact, if you look at the stand that the Spidey bike is on, you can see that when Ed constructs something, it stays constructed. We've got glue and nails there. I hope he's got the front wheel clamped down. Otherwise, when his kid does sprints, if he rolls off that thing, Ed's going to be constructing himself a new wall. Nice and simple. Involve the family. I like that. Family time, your time combined, nice and efficient. Yeah, nice. And he says somewhere, yeah, he's down from £300 to £220. So shout out to the weight loss. Good going, my friend. David's basement. We got a hardtail mountain bike. Wouldn't it be cool if Zwift did proper mountain bike circuits with like crashes and jumps and stuff? Get onto that, Zwift. He's got all the stuff, the big TV, he's got the big fan. But what I like most about this one, what I really like about this one, the walls, the plastic walls look like they've been installed by Patrick Bateman. It's on a concrete floor. The desk unit looks like it's been made from scrap wood. But despite all that, his bike is sat on a rocker plate that has what looks like a custom paint scheme. I don't know if David was a skateboarder in his youth. That thing looks amazing. It makes me want to go and paint my own rocker plate. I love it. That is really very cool. It's got mountains on there and everything. Smart work. Right, Ryan from Canada has himself a gym. I wonder if he's the Ryan from Canada. And that is a proper gym as well. Decent cage, chin bar, some dumbbells, a lot of plates, loads of gear, plenty of stuff. I like that. And his bike area is, I'm not entirely sure what is going on with the green screen. It does allow me to have a whole host of humorous opportunities. We could even give him his own flag. It's the way to upset Canadians. I like it. It's nice and simple. The TV's up a bit high. He's got the decent fan, same fan as me. Those air movers are excellent at shifting air for low expenditure. It's got red bar tape, so that's going to give him an extra 20 watts right there. I like it. Nice big open area, and he's got some decent weights. Good work from Deadpool. Right, Williams, I think. Yeah, Williams. This was my wife's favourite for whatever that's worth. This is very nice. It's clean, it's tidy, there's space. 2 big fans either side, 2 water bottles. It's all nice and laid out properly. Got the red bar tape. There is a lot of boxes being ticked here. He's got the kicker, the Wahoo kicker with the kicker climb front end. Very nice. He's got the decent table as well. All good. My only issue is this. What is going on here? What's the space on the other side for? Sweep the leg. I was going to let it slide because I had visions of William doing that stencil himself, hardcore, with a spray can, spray on, spray off. But then I found this online. You can buy that as a sticker. If that is a sticker he's put on there, then immediate loss of 10 Mr. Miyagi points. That aside, it's good. He's even got some weights going on as well. Nice setup. Nice. Right, Yvette's. For a start, immediate bonus point because Yvette has a dog, so we like that. What's she saying in her notes here? She's a 55-year-old grandmother. That block is to assist her to get onto the bike with her old legs. Those are her words. She's got toe clips and a mountain bike because that works for her. Perfect. If it works for you, it works. It is as good as that. She's got a snack storage going on there, she says. Her display is mounted on a painting easel. And I keep saying it, if it works, it works. But this just sums it up. It doesn't have to be flash and fancy. In fact, it's funny because when I go running, I love the simplicity of it. Trainers, shorts, baseball cap, I'm out of here. Free of being encumbered with stuff. And then cycling, it's all carbon fibre and bits and pieces. Doesn't need to be, can be straightforward. I like it. What else is going on here? We got a Bob Ross homage over here, I think.
Happy trees there. Nothing wrong with making friends with trees. This is your world. You get to make and break the rules here.
And not many tools, but Yvette does have 3 hammers. There are no protruding nails in this house. I like it. Good stuff, Yvette. Right, Dominic's cave is cavernous. I guess you'd call it a cavern. And it would be easy looking at this to think we have a winner if it were a competition. There is a lot of very, very cool stuff in here. 2 bike setup, the regular bike and the tri-bike. 3 big ass screens. Got a fold out rack on the wall there, which I love. Got a bench area, some dumbbells, some floor space, workout area here, fans everywhere. I mean, I like it a lot. It is almost perfect, but not so far. So I'm going to be strict on this one because you got enough money for 3 screens, you got enough money for 3 wall mounts. What is going on here, my friend? This TV appears to be balancing on a chair. And if there are any health and safety experts watching, they're going to be having themselves a stroke. You've got about 45 separate trip hazards going on. Get those wires out of the way or taped down. But seriously, that is just a nice space. In fact, if it were mine, the only change I would make to it that would transform it for me is some motivational wall art. No, I'm just kidding. I'd stick some mirrors up, especially in front of that rack unit. Get some mirrors on the wall. Other than that, yeah, top stuff. Pete's setup back in Sweden, although we can't see his lampshade, so I can't confirm that exactly. He's got himself a homemade rocker plate, he says. Actually, I should add, rocker plates, awesome. It transformed my riding. So much more comfortable, wobbling from side to side, feels like you're outdoors. Get yourself a rocker plate if you don't have one. He's done his himself, homemade, which is a bit more hardcore than I would go. Either way, if you're rocking, you're doing it right. What's he say here? He's going to get himself some extra bits and pieces. He wants a wall mount for his TV screen, so he's not using his laptop and so on. Yeah, it's a nice little setup. And he mentions, good luck. He mentions that he wants to be doing a few events this year, marathons and stuff. Obviously, Sweden went their own way with the coronavirus lockdown or not lockdown approach. Not quite sure it's worked out the way they wanted. Good luck with that. If there are some decent sized events running this side of summer anywhere in Europe, I'll be surprised, but you never know. He also mentions that the bakery opposite provides him with aroma of baked goods for motivation. Although I looked up on Google that exact bakery in Sweden and the reviews weren't great. Apparently the bread was quite dry. So I hope for Pete's sake that the smell is better than the taste. Okay, almost there. Just a couple of people left who took the effort to shoot a video. So points for that straight out the gate. First up is Ian's, he calls it the Shed of Dreams because it's a shed, so that's appropriately named. Ian is a fellow YouTuber. I'll stick somewhere up his YouTube channel. You can go over there and check him out. What's he got going on here? Giant propel bike. Nice. He's got a Samsung Galaxy Tab for Zwift. Got a big ass fan. And he's running his fan off of Alexa. I do that. Smart plugs, pretty cheap nowadays. You hook them up to Alexa and you can then tell Echo to control whatever it is you've plugged into it. You get a voice activated fan. He's got his ring light for his YouTube, treadmill. So jealous of people with treadmills. I mean, it's getting warmer now. In fact, the sun's out today, but it's been grim here, and a treadmill indoors would have been amazing. He's got a jump box. I hope he's not too tall, otherwise he's going to give himself a concussion on the roof of his shed. He's got his little motivation area here with his Ironman Wales flag. I nearly signed up for Ironman Wales. Took me about 3 minutes though to discover that it's full of hills, so I signed up for Germany instead, where it is flat as a pancake. What else? He's got his whiteboard. Every pain cave needs a whiteboard. He's got his mountain bike. He's got his triathlon bike. His medals, all very cool. And he's got, for some reason, ye olde clock. That I'm going to guess is a family heirloom that has found its way to him. And someone has said, that ain't going in the house. So it lives in the Shed of Dreams instead. Good stuff. And again, he's a YouTuber. Go check him out. Give him a sub. Right, last one. Michael's. Forgive the fact that Michael appears to have filmed this with a camera that predates Ian's clock. Because if this one doesn't motivate you to find no excuses to get off the sofa and get on, then I don't know what will. In his notes, Michael says that he races bikes. Fair enough. He's blind, though. To be fair, he is racing bikes on a tandem with his wife Anne steering, but even so, he is racing bikes. It makes me, who often moans that my 55-inch TV is not big enough, sound rather pathetic in comparison. He also lives in Minnesota. The only two things I know about Minnesota is that it's where they filmed Fargo, and it appears to always be snowing. Which sounds about right, because he says in his video that it was minus 12 when he recorded this. He's got a weights area there. Awesome. I love weights areas for cyclists. So many cyclists just seem terrified of picking up a dumbbell. Not Michael though. He's got 4 bikes hooked up, 2 for him, 2 for his wife. He says the reason he's got 4 bikes, 2 of them are hooked up to the internet for online stuff. 2 of them aren't, so that if there's a power cut, he can still get his workout in. Committed. He's got himself his TVs. He says that he listens to the Rocky IV soundtrack, so the man knows what he's doing clearly. To wrap it all off, he says that the theme of his pain cave is to minimise excuses. Given that the dude is blind, he works out when there is a power cut and it's currently minus 12. I'm not entirely sure what excuses actually stop Michael from working out. Absolutely amazing. He also finishes by saying,
"That's pretty much it. And thanks for doing your videos. They keep me motivated."
As somebody who has bailed out on a few workouts because my heart rate monitor has still been a bit damp and sweaty from the day before, I can assure Michael that people will find his story equally, if not more motivating than anything that I can ramble on about. Inspiring stuff. I love it. Okay, that's it. Interesting? I hope so. Is there a message to come from it? Yeah, I think there are. I think there's 3 things. Firstly, you don't need huge amounts of money and space to have a pain cave. If it gets the job done, it gets the job done. Number 2, go easy on the motivational wall art. And number 3, if you ever go to Sweden and visit Pete, take your own donuts.